Over the past couple of years, Minecraft updates have fallen into somewhat of a pattern. Major releases now focus on revitalizing areas of the game that feel quite bare, such as the update Aquatic, the Village and Pillage update, and the recent Nether update. What was once a sea littered with nothing but gravel is now thriving with life. What was once a barren dimension is now teeming with atmosphere. And what was once a series of structures where 2 inhabitants were kidnapped, forced to breed with doors and have to witness their children either be enslaved or slaughtered, is now a series of structures where 2 inhabitants are kidnapped, forced to breed with bread, and have to witness their children either be enslaved or slaughtered. Nevertheless, each completely reworked how these areas of the game function, and now with the announcement of the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update, we can expect the underground caverns and snow-topped peaks to receive the same treatment. We do know quite a lot about this update already, with 45 minutes worth of showcasing features done at this year's Minecraft Live and the first snapshots and betas already pouring in. But still, players, including myself, are hungry for more. Like I said before, Minecraft updates are falling into somewhat of a pattern, and the best part about patterns is that they can be used to predict what comes next. So, examining similarities between the past 3 major updates can help us get a very rough idea of some of the currently unknown features of 1.17. Let's start off simple. All previous major updates included new tools and armor that helped the player survive within the given area that was updated. To explore the new oceans, the update Aquatic gave us turtle shells and tridents, the Village and Pillage update offered crossbows to fend off raids, and of course the Nether update supplied netherite, making traversing the Nether a little easier. Hence, we can assume the Caves and Cliffs update will also provide us with new items that will improve the underground experience. We've already seen the archaeology brush being showcased, but as stated by the developers, archaeology seems to be a feature of its own, separate from the cave overhaul. Judging by the underground theme and premise, my mind immediately turns to a new pickaxe. Mojang have stated that they want to change the way players mine in these new caves, and a very obvious solution to that would be to provide us with a new pickaxe of sorts. So for an example, I've got myself here a rainbow pickaxe, which is just a very poorly retextured golden pickaxe. But anyway, when you mine, as you can see, you mine multiple blocks at once, which is a far better method of mining out a large area than TNT, which tends to blow up everything you make. I'm speaking from experience here. Alongside new items, the update Aquatic and Nether update add new magical blocks to strengthen the update's purpose. The purpose of the update Aquatic was to make it possible to live underwater, hence the conduit, and the purpose of the Nether update was to encourage players to shelter in the Nether, hence the respawn anchor and lodestone. With the purpose of the Caves and Cliffs update being underground living, we can expect to see a magical item be introduced to help us achieve that. So my idea for this is very similar to the conduit. You take what I like to call a crystal nectar, because crystal and connector, and you place it in the middle of one of these amethyst geodes, as you can see here. Once activated, it gives you night vision, the ability to jump 5 blocks in the air, and slow falling, which makes traversing these caves and picking ores off the ceilings just a little easier. It would also be cool if hostile mobs took damage within the vicinity. Currently, the only way to properly mob-proof your base or a cave is just to litter the floor with torches like this, and a concept like the crystal nectar would be a great alternative to this. The Village and Pillage update and the Nether update saw the inclusion of very similar mob variants. These were the Pillagers and the Piglins. Both are extensions from existing mob groups, the Illagers and the Zombie Pigmen, and come with a beast counterpart, the Ravager and the Hoglin. If this trend were to repeat, then we would see the inclusion of 2 new mobs from an existing category. However, based on the reveal of the Warden at Minecon, I'd predict that they will be part of a brand new family of mobs, as well as a beast variant. Wardens are scary and all, but it seems like they could easily be beaten just like every other Minecraft mob. Simply build up 4 blocks and smack it repeatedly, kind of defeating their purpose of being an entity you have to be careful to avoid. So my concept for the Warden Beast aims to fix this issue by walking on the ceiling, which knocks all unsuspecting players down into the clutches of the Warden. Now the way he would work in my mind is he'll have anti-gravity, or at least opposite gravity to us, where, you know, he'll stick to the ceiling and go up if you break blocks above him. Obviously, he would be very powerful and a really good compliment to the Warden. I mean, could you believe English was my first language? Gosh. Getting a closer look at him, he's not much honestly, but yeah, I'm not that good at texturing. He'll still be a pretty fun concept to have in the vanilla game, and he would definitely make the Deep Dark a little more terrifying. Finally, structures. There are 3 approaches in my mind to how structures will be updated in the Caves and Cliffs update. The first approach is reminiscent of the update aquatic and the Nether update, which decided against updating existing structures and instead brought us an array of new ones, from shipwrecks to ruins to bastions to ruined portals. Village and pillage update, on the other hand, was all about updating old structures, and is the second approach the Caves and Cliffs update could take, updating mine shafts and dungeons which do appear to be severely outdated. The third approach is both. And this is the direction I think Mojang will choose. The dungeons especially look like they really need to be reworked, as they don't quite meet the standards of other Minecraft structures nowadays. And we've also seen what could possibly be a new structure at Minecon during the Warden showcase. So, based off previous updates, these are my predictions for upcoming 1.17 features. A new tool that will help make exploring these caves a little easier, a new magical block of sorts that will improve the living conditions underground, new mob variants and new structures, whether updating old ones or adding entirely original ones. While these aren't at all confirmed coming to the game, they're still fun concepts to think about. I have trust in Mojang, and we can expect to see even more concepts better than the ones showcased today in the finished release of the Caves and Cliffs update. But for now, that's all I have to say for today, and I'll see you in the next